Are Nan-Gau Grenadiers any good in patch 6.1.3? I wasn't trying to be remiss, just was clearing the backlog of other videos as well as I could. Let's go into this pretty new unit and see how they compare to, let's say, zombie pirate gunnery mob bombers. Yeah, it's funny how that roster and Cathay share some stuff. Recruited for 500 gold and 125 upkeep. On Ultra, this unit comes at 80 entities and 5,520 health between them. It's important to note this because peasant archers have 120 entities, for instance. Armor of 40 is nothing special, but given that Zhao Ming would add a bunch more, well, it really isn't the super thin armor some units have. It's pretty mid. Leadership starts at 50, which is also mid, speed 33, charge speed 40. Melee attack begins at 24, which could be worse, but is not great. With attack interval 4.2, no splash damage. Hey, it's not a melee unit. Melee defense starts at 24 too. For not being a melee unit, weapon strength 28, split base 21, and armor piercing 7 is Empire Swordsman standard. Charge bonus is 12, which is relatively impressive, and mass is 90, or a bit light. The ranged weapon has ammunition 16, which is much better than the Pirate Coast bombers. Range is 55, official missile damage is 16, and is flaming attack, but impacts are 1 point of base damage only. Detonation radius 3 meters, and base 12 and AP 3 within that radius, with 80 entities lobbying. Means quite a lot of base damage against a tightly packed unit, like Peasant Long Spearmen, let's say. 1 grenade per toss, reload time is an even 10 seconds by default, but that'll get better, even if just from Yin Harmony. Total accuracy the standard 20, calibration distance 50, so almost as good as the whole base range, calibration area 2, so actually very little spread relatively speaking, and no multi-target penetration. Aside from having Hide in Forest and being a Yin unit, there's one use of Heaven's Flash, 75 meter range, 31 second duration, enemies affected in the 35 meter bubble get melee attack and melee defense, minus 24 for their trouble, but I don't see a speed penalty. It's an interesting twist. In the redline skills, Eastern fires at 3 pips, slaps on plus 20% ammunition and plus 8% missile strength. Rank 7 Grenadiers would benefit from fast hands for plus 6% missile strength, 10% reload time reduction, and 15% missile resistance. If it seems low in some ways, the Yin Harmony would help too. In the tech tree, I'll be blunt, chasing down all the stuff with the way they write it is quite a chore. But not a whole lot affects Grenadiers separate from other troops. Yin Hex is the most notable, because it raises the uses of Heaven's Flash to 2, and then the 9-second cooldown actually means something. So how do we use the Nan-Gau Grenadiers? This unit is very interesting. Where Pirate Coast equivalents run out of ammo very quickly, these Grenadiers can keep up the offensive pressure until the Bull Centaur renders come home. Something I've heard people raise is that certain units have a high firing angle, therefore they miss a lot of infantry, especially short infantry, Novelars or Goblins. Well, that's not going to happen with grenades being chucked like this. It may be less efficient against armored units, but a lot of armored infantry are tightly packed. This unit begs for checkerboard formations, single entities like heroes, lords or monsters bogging the enemy down, and making the area around them burn. It's an efficient infantry annihilation machine. That's its job. I imagine it will perform quite fine in a lot of scenarios. So with an eye on the limitations, because it's going to be pretty bad if you're hitting ogres not noblars, this unit should bring the fire. Take care and have fun making more stuff blow up, and also answering that critical question: how many nades would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck nades?